Greetings. On the occasion of the CISR's 20th anniversary, I'm Dennis Barlow, and I would like to tell you a little bit about the time when we got started and the very, very beginnings of the center. The Center of International Stabilization and Recovery actually started as the Mine Action Information Center back in 1996. And exactly 20 years ago, I came to JMU and opened a very small office in a modular building, and I was a staff of one. And from that, we grew great things, ideas, and people. The honor, I think, and the glory for this really has to go to one person. This is so often the case. It was the vision of one person, and that is Dr. Ron Carrier, the then president of JMU. He saw an international problem. He saw that JMU had a partial solution to that problem, and he just wouldn't let go until it was solved. And I still marvel at the ability of Carrier to do that. It was in 1996 that he realized that the landmine problem was really grabbing the world. And 60-some countries were having an incredible problem getting rid of their latent explosive remnants of war. And so he went to see the senator from Virginia, Senator John Warner. And he asked Warner, how can JMU help? And Warner was a pretty smart guy, and he got people from the Pentagon and the State Department and others together. And I, at that point, was a colonel at the Pentagon. And I was called over, and we had a little session. And Senator Warner thought it would be a great idea to start a center at JMU that would help solve the problem. And it was a great bipartisan effort. Warner was a Republican. He got lots of Democrats to help him along. And pretty soon legislation was created that would allow us to be in our center at JMU. Rather remarkable. The thing that made it work was that JMU was a university, and as a trusted non-player in the international arena, JMU really had a lot of bona fides. As I think back upon it, I think about it, we were kind of the hobbits. We were the little guys trying to bring all the big guys together. And so the UN had a problem with military had a problem with NGOs had a problem with military. Big countries had problems with little countries, at-risk countries had problems with powerful countries, and nobody could bring all this together. And JMU was created, the Mine Action Information Center created, to actually be a hub and bring all this together. And for some reason, I guess it was because of the quality of people at JMU, our intent, our energy, everybody kind of bought into the fact that JMU would be the hub. And so we began a series of all kind of activities around the world, and it just took off. We were told at the time if we lasted 3 years, we'd be lucky. Well, it's been 20 years and counting, and things have gone incredibly well. The thing that I would like to stress, I think most of all in that first year, was we did become a hub to coordinate and bring everybody together. But then we discovered, and other people discovered, we had a lot of capabilities here at JMU that could actually be used to solve the problem. So rather than just being a hub, we used people from our political science department, GIS, business department, psychology, to create new problems and new approaches to the mine action agenda. And the people from JMU have covered themselves with glory doing this over the years. It's just been the delight of my life to watch all that happen. An international problem seemed to have no focus. JMU provided that focus and then added capabilities to it, and just marvelous. I think the high point came a few years ago when Dr. Ken Rutherford kind of came on behind me after I retired and added the concept of victim assistance. Really something we hadn't embraced as fully as we could have or should have at that point. And I think that kind of bumped us up to where we were kind of an all-inclusive group that looked after post-conflict issues having to do with explosive remnants of war. So to all of those people over the last 20 years who've contributed, and there have literally been thousands of heroes from JMU. My hat's off, my congratulations, and looking forward to the next 20 years.